was second gear?
That was the second gear.
That was second gear? So kickstand? Yep.
Clutch.
Now clutch all the way in, first gear. Yep. Now give it a little bit of gas. Like, not that much, a little less. Right there. See? There you go. Now just keep practicing that like a lot. Do it for a while. And you can even pull it backwards towards you. So you don't even have to go forward. You can just feel it, you know what I'm saying? That's called practicing the friction zone. And maybe you weren't giving it enough gas right there. I don't know what happened there, but go ahead and start it back up. Yeah, every now and then, as long as you're holding that in, you can do that. That gets that gas going. But just give it a little gas.
Like that? Or
Yeah, as soon as you hear it humming, perfect. Now it won't die. It will not die as long as you're doing that. Yeah, that's good. Keep practicing that for a while, and then we'll talk about going. I wasn't recording that time. All right, the second step is going. So this is where it gets tricky. This is where people drop bikes and stuff,
Yeah.
which is okay. Or this is where you're gonna stall actually. But it's not going to be a jerky stall. It's just going to be like, oh, I'm going in and it stalls. It's not going to like scare you.
Goes from like releasing the clutch or pressing the clutch to gas or releasing.
Yeah. And you want a little more grip. These gloves are super grippy.
Sure.
They make it easier. But all right, so now we're going to take what you learned from the, let me turn it on. From the friction zone to going.
Okay.
And that's like the hardest part, is getting it to go without stalling. Once you're going and you're going in second gear and stopping, it'll never really stall.
Yeah.
It only stalls when you're first starting out, you're trying to go. So now let's try to travel in just a straight line. So what we're gonna do is, it takes up until about half, I would say about halfway to that grass to completely release the clutch. You have to hold on to it a lot longer than you would think. And so actually, I'm gonna release the clutch completely. For your goal is to release the clutch completely by that grass. Yeah, don't worry about having to release early. Just do it slow. And if you can do it quicker, good. But I'll show you what I mean. So, just kind of. I'm pressing both brakes. By that time, the bike's going to feel like it's super light because it's cruising. As soon as it starts going like 5 miles an hour or something, it doesn't feel, it automatically makes you want to put your feet up. And then to turn it around, it's easier for you just to push it neutral. Yeah, because you're not used to it, but make sure you're holding the clutch, you know what I mean? But compared to like a fast bike, like a little 600 Ninja, those are actually way harder because they're just like, they take off, dude, and then you kill the clutch. So this is really the best bike to learn on anyways. But, all right, I'm gonna show you again. Your handles start getting fucking cramped up. It's like starting to hurt now. But here we go. just go one more time that way and one back. So, but I'll hold my left hand up in the air when I'm done with the clutch, just to show you. And then right after you release it, go ahead and press it again. Like once you're cruising for a couple of seconds, go ahead and pull that clutch again. Yeah, you won't stay. You'll start free coasting. Then you have to press the brakes. You're gonna have to press either one of these or both. Both makes it smoother, but whatever's easier for you. This will completely stop it, or this will as well. Right now, I'll just show you with just the back brake. Now I'm going to show you the front brake. The front brake's a lot stronger.
Do you want to tap the front brake? Or do you
No, you just want to do like, as soon as you like hear that click, you'll notice you can't really squeeze it much further than that. So you're going to have to just slowly squeeze it. But once it starts to stop, then you can pull it tight. But actually, the back brake's easier because you can it's like a drum. It's easy. You can just slam it, yeah. I'd recommend. Damn, it's starting to hurt. I would recommend starting with the back brake. Your ultimate goal is you're giving it a little bit of gas, and then you're slowly releasing that at the same time. And then once it gets to the top, you're done releasing it. Now it's going. And it's gonna be a tiny bit jerky, but that's okay. Like once you get past that and it's open, then it's gonna be smooth. But keep holding your hand on the gas. Don't just like stop giving the gas. Keep it going like that, and then press the clutch again, and then apply the brakes. You know what I'm saying? But and you don't have to go all the way down there to start like hauling ass. You can try it slow a few times, whatever.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go up to the piece of grass right here.
Yeah, just whatever you think, man. So yeah, we're skipping a lot of steps. We're jumping into now drive it. So yeah.
Too fast.
Yeah, you released too fast. Yep. Yeah. But good try. You can keep going straight.
Yeah, that's pretty hard.
Once you did that, you could keep going.
Okay.
And then when you want to stop, pull that clutch in and then apply the brakes.
Okay.
I think that time you were applying the brakes before you did the clutch. And so you see it's kind of like jerky. It's like, what?
Yeah.
So always when you want to stop, first you got to press the clutch. Which not a lot of people talk about. It's like, what the fuck? But you'll see. Go ahead. Once you start going, you can cruise for a minute. You can go straight. There he goes. see, once you start going,
Yeah.
it feels light as a feather, right?
When you're turning, it's a little weird.
Yeah, make sure you put your feet up.
Yeah.
And when you turn, you can also hold the clutch in and start turning.
Yeah.
Feel free if you feel comfortable to go around things and stuff.
No. Like I felt a little weird even just going around that little like.
Oh yeah, it's,
how, like this way, like it's literally not even a turn. It's just a curve.
turning is literally the second hardest part compared to the clutch. The first gear clutch. Turning takes a little practice, but the main thing is just go kind of slow and look where you're going. Don't look down.
Okay.
That's number one. Say you want to go around this thing.
Keep your eyes.
Let me show you from here what I would do. Yeah, just like your regular drive. Don't look down, don't look left, right. Look like this. Like I'm going around that. I'm going around that. Keep looking to your right. I'm going. Your bike will naturally follow where you're looking. It's like riding a bike. It's just like riding a bike. And don't worry about, oh, it's heavy, it's not going to do it, what I'm thinking. It will. But you want to go pretty slow. If you go too fast, then you can start losing control. But if you go too slow, then you can drop it. So like, yeah, you just want to be kind of cruising slow. You know, like five.
That's why you say to hold the clutch, because you're kind of cruising and you're holding the clutch.
Yeah, when you hold the clutch, it makes it easier because the gas has nothing to do with it.
When I turned around back there, I was like, it's actually, when you hold the clutch, it's like pretty.
Yeah, it's way easier.
Yeah.
You kind of turn when you were going still, right?
Yeah, I was still going.
So you had the clutch, yeah, exactly. That's what I do personally.
Yeah.
Especially on a big cruise, it just makes it easier, you know? But yeah, keep messing around with it. I mean, do whatever, you're doing great. Yeah. Hell yeah, you got yeah, you could have gone ahead and pressed the brakes at that point.
Yeah.
But other than that, perfect.
I think where I messed up is I wasn't holding the clutch in all the way right there.
Oh yeah. But you did a perfect turn over there. I mean, I heard it like backfire a little bit.
Yeah, I did a little bit.
And that's because because the clutch wasn't in all the way.
Yeah, I think that's where I went wrong. Is I was holding the clutch in like this and not like squeezing it all the way in.
Yeah, and you did it correctly though. You're actually supposed to still be giving it gas, and you can take a turn without doing the clutch at all. That's what like the instructor when I went to the class.
Do a little brake instead.
Yeah, but I would recommend doing the bottom brake. It's not as strong as the back brake. When I take turns and I don't want to use my clutch, I just use the back brake. Some people are different, but on this particular bike, I found that's the most comfortable.
I think I'm gonna have to stop first with it because I don't know how touchy it is yet. I know how touchy this one is.
Yeah, that one's not touchy at all.
Okay.
I mean, just like it's like, yeah, you just press it down like that, and you'll notice it doesn't like, whoa, stop it. It's just like, oh yeah, okay, it's stopping. It slows it down without messing up the engine, like what's it called, the go of it as much. This one, it's like, damn, the front brake.
It's like fucking.
The front brake is for when you want to stop.
Yeah.
Not so much so as like trying to turn. I never use it when I'm turning.
So this one is good for like if you're like, you know, trying to come slow to a stop. This one.
Yeah. But
this one kind of will jerk you. That's what it was doing.
Yeah, that's why you gotta barely. And people talk about that. Like everybody's like, careful with the front brake, because it's freaking, that thing stops, man. And if it stops too quick, it won't throw you over, but the shocks will lean down and you'll be like, what the fuck? It'll throw you off. Yeah, but always something I forgot to mention is when you're coming to a stop, it's easier when you're straight. Also, I forgot to even tell you this. When you're coming around a corner, if you're going pretty fast, when you're straight, go ahead and slow down at that point. And you can even do the brake even when you're not on the clutch or whatever. Get to a speed that you feel comfortable turning at.
Okay. What's
And
a
you'll-
good speed to kind of turn up there?
Literally like 5 to 7 miles an hour, I guess. I don't know.
I think I started turning at like 10.
You were maybe going a tiny fast, but honestly, that was like a perfect speed. Whatever you were going was good. And
I think I went it when I turned down there. I think I was going like 5, and I felt like it was kind of maybe a little too slow.
yeah, if it's too slow, it's actually harder. But if it's too fast,
That's why I think you said 7, because 7's probably
around 7's perfect. But don't look at the speed, just feel it.
okay.
And when you're coming up to like the outhouse from here, say you're about to turn right, at that point, you could hold the clutch or not. It doesn't really matter. What I do is I'd hold the clutch a little bit, probably hold the clutch and press the brakes with my foot a tiny bit to get it slowed down a little bit to where it'll still keep turning,
Right.
but it won't go down to like 5 miles an hour. You know what I'm saying? If you're like coming up to a turn and you're going pretty fast, the bike can probably handle taking it, but it's just more comfortable when you're going straight to slow it down a tiny bit and then turn.
Use the back brake to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't really want to do the brakes the whole time you're turning.
Okay. Just
You know-
the clutch, kind of, or no?
Yeah, you can do the clutch the whole
So,
time. I do the clutch the whole
When
time.
you get done turning, release the clutch completely, or should you still hold it when you're speeding up?
Yeah, once you're speeding up, you have to release it slowly again.
Okay.
You can't just go whoop, it'll kill
Okay.
it. So just like you're starting
it
up, but it's
kills-
easier because you're already
If
rolling.
it kills when you're going, say like 5, 6, 7 miles per hour, will it jerk or no?
Yeah,
It will.
but not as much.
Okay.
If
Not
it-
as much as if you just release it when you're still stopped, or like when you're like barely going.
Yeah, well the thing is, if you're already like rolling and you release it, it probably won't kill it
Okay.
because it's already rolling, like, you know what I mean? But if you're going too slow, it will.
Okay.
But then it'll completely stop you.
Right.
So once you're like kind of turning, it usually doesn't die on a turn.
Okay.
You won't really run into that issue where you're like going around a turn and it dies and you're stuck.
Yeah.
That rarely happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hold the clutch personally the whole time. It just makes it easier for me.
Okay.
And then once you want to start going again, do the same thing as if you were to stop. There's a lot to think about. It's like driving a stick shift car, you know, like it's not as easy as it looks.
Right.
It looks easy, but dude, there's like a lot of steps to it, you know? So yeah, you just gotta slowly do it again and start going. That's the same as when you switch to second gear and shit, like, not as much though. Second gear, third, all that is way easier.
Okay.
It's way easier. First gear is, once you learn this, you can ride a motorcycle.
Okay.
And I'll show you how to move to second gear next time or whatever.
I mean, there's enough room here. It's just you go pretty fast for this part.
Yeah, you want me to show you in second gear for now?
No, I kind of want to practice going in first gear and doing some turns.
Okay.
Stuff.
That was still too fast, but he's confident now. He's like, "Buddy, I'm gonna take off and burn out." Shit, he learned quick though. Oh, you already made a perfect turn. Look at that. Yeah, that was perfect, man.